as expressly outlined by the leaked guide. The goal is to make the site's ideas digestible, palatable, and visible to those outside its toxic sphere. By muddying the waters of Nazis' hate, a greater number will drink. While none of this is surprising to those of us who have been targets of Nazis and the alt-right, it's useful to have their goals so plainly, if disgustingly, outlined. It helps show media sites contemplating profiles of white supremacists like Mother Jones or the New York Times that they're only aiding them by putting forward their unchallenged ideas. And it's also important as it reveals how Nazis use satire, humor, or lulz as partial immunity for their hate, allowing them tolerance from those who would, or should, otherwise repudiate it. As the guide states, packing our message inside of humor can be viewed as a delivery method. Something like adding cherry flavor to children's medicine. If you're a person of color, this might already strike a familiar chord. You've no doubt experienced bigotry from supposedly not racist people in the form of humor or satire. By placing bigotry in such a shell, many white people seem to believe they can't or shouldn't be criticized. As the Daily Stormer guide says, when using racial slurs, it should come across as half-joking, like a racist joke that everyone laughs at. If you've ever been the only person of color at a social gathering, you'll know what it's like when a casual racist joke arises. Everyone laughs because of power dynamics, not the joke's genius. People of color have been told not to be hypersensitive throughout our lives, that it's just humor, don't be a wet sock, it's just words, and so on. When white people wield the conch of humor, people of color are supposed to just endure the racism that comes out and laugh at the humor encasing it. This is the model neo-Nazis view as fertile ground for spreading hate. Bigotry obtaining immunity under the banner of humor is so widespread, there's even a popular card game called Cards Against Humanity, centered on that premise. The company even refers to it as a party game for horrible people. This stepping over lines of decency is boastingly called being politically incorrect or ironic racism. Too many people have convinced themselves that such humor is daring for targeting marginalized groups, or somehow sending those who do it for real. This is exactly what neo-Nazis want. It's lifted directly from their writing guide to make hatred digestible, to spread it via normalization and tolerance, via claims of humor's immunity. Many white people have told me, sometimes proudly, that they mock all races, thus outlining a belief we've moved beyond racial inequality.